Dave Master, yes, we're back again with another banger. We're gonna chop up some good game yet again on this good Tuesday. Today we're discussing: are you in a companionship or in a relationship? Um, People say, "Well, how can you be in a companionship? You want companionship?" No, 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 no. Just like you can be in a situationship, you can be in a relationship. You can also be in a companionship. So, what is a companionship? Companionship is pretty much a connection between two people that basically is going through the motions. They pretty much have come to grips that life has dealt them whatever hand and they're going to deal with it, but they're not going to do anything to correct themselves. They just rather ride it out in the sunset with someone. It's kind of like snitching almost. I don't want to die alone. I don't want to go out alone. I want somebody to come with me. And this person being just as blind, they don't know that they're in a companionship. They look up. Years are wasted. Time is wasted. Nothing is invested. Nothing is built. Nobody is refined. Right now, this is a brand new season. This is the last quarter of the year. Now, I've been quite prophetic in some of my videos. In a lot of my videos, I've called things how they are happening right now when it comes to the dating diagram, or not diagram, dating dynamics, the mentality that women have evolved in, the mentality that men have evolved in. You get into this companionship stage, fellas, and ladies. This is not just for men. This is for women too. You give your best years. I think I just saw Tia Mowry and I forgot her husband name. They were married for 14 years. I may do a video on that later. They're just now filing for divorce. I tell you, people run from hard work. They do not want to work on themselves. They do not want to face the music. They do not want to look at people and say, I fucked up. Fuck ups come with life. You have to learn from them. You have to grow from them. Social media has our minds twisted, more so than women. Women are only showing the highlight reels. Everyone is on vacation. Meanwhile, things on the home front are not all peachy with self, with the relationship, with whoever, but they're on vacation nonetheless. This is indicative of a companionship. People want the look, they want the aesthetic of being with someone, but you look and ask what that has that couple produced, and it's nothing. You got pictures, food, trips. You just want to pretty much go through life with someone else. You don't want to do this because women tend to get lonely in seasons of the year. They get a little bit more lonely because the temperature is colder, the sun goes down sooner. The emotional roller coaster is starting to revamp or ramp up with the holiday marketing and advertising. The pictures float around with the matching pajama sets in front of the fireplace. These things trigger women emotionally. They see these and ask or have these desires that they want that. Now, they could have had it, but doing what women do, they mess up and fumble the bag. They keep shopping. They just keep shopping. Because, and I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I told her, I said, you know why women shop so much? It is simply due to the fact that option overload kicks in. They pick up something, they may get it, they may not. In a lot of cases, they won't get that before when they leave out with the 10 items that they've found or the 5 items, they've went through 60. Because they said, I'm going to see something that I like more than this item here. Even though they was hell bent on this item, this shirt, this jacket, in their mind is something in here better. I want to see everything they have. So they stay in the casino too long and they roll the dice and crap out. I'm watching it happen in real time. Now, on one end, you have the women who gets into the marriage and it's over in a year. Jeff Bezos' wife, ex-wife, for instance, divorced a billionaire, becomes the richest woman in America, pretty much, based on her marriage to Jeff Bezos. Marries again, but marries down. Of course, that does not pan out because hypergamy does not work for a woman to marry down. She's divorced again. Sometimes women more so just want marriage on their jacket. It's a marriage badge. I was married, therefore I am good enough to be a wife because I was a wife. So they'll, do that for a little bit until the streets trick them to come back. They get tricked back onto the streets. They're seeing their friends, what they're doing. They're listening to the whole phase escapades. It's a bunch of influences taking place. So they get into these time-wasting companionships, and next thing you know, they've crashed into the wall. They're scrambling to get with a man to have a child. So they pick any person to have a child with. Normally, they'll pick a weaker man. They'll pick the super beta. They pick the reliable guy. That is the last chip that they have to spend in the casino. And some of them say, okay, well, I'll go ahead and spend my last $6. They didn't leave when they was up. They have the last $6 chip. They'll spend that and be miserable and go through the motions, have the kid, get into his home, whatever that looks like, and then they're doing their own thing, or they leave him because they just wanted to see if they can get married. Now, going to the relationship, what is the relationship? Well, the relationship, that's the other story. That comes with the work. That comes with the sacrifice, the dedication, the focus on what you have told her the focus is, or what you have discussed with her. Women get to a certain age in life and things go into one ear, not the other, because they're juggling a lot at that point. Because as a woman gets older, the more bipolar she's going to behave. Because she's by a certain age, she has been with more men, and as she ages, she gets a little bit more sketch with her sexual prowess, if you will. Her sexual appetite becomes a little bit more risque. So she has these spirits and personalities inside of her that she cannot get rid of at this point. So the relationship, if they meet a certain man, depending on where he is in life, women want the ready-made situation, which they're not happy with that. They're also not happy with the guy who's building. They want him to go ahead and get it, not knowing she won't even appreciate it if he has it, and she just gets automatic access to it by doing nothing. She will not appreciate that. She needs to see the growth. She needs to see you evolve in some form, shape, or fashion. Not saying from the bottom, but she wants to see you evolve and adapt and grow. She wants to be a part of that. That makes her feel as if she's a part of something that, grew into something beautiful. Relationships are designed to take you places. It is designed to give you certain results. The companionship is strictly for memories. It is for memories, and it is for idle time. It is for the moments when they are horny, when they want to go on a date, when the conversation that their friends are having is too relationship based and they're the odd man out or the odd woman out. They're going to scramble to get in a relationship so they can join the conversation and introduce the new boo, because nothing is more exciting than the new boo, right? The new boo is everything. Everybody wants to know everything about him. Oh, how is he? What does he do? Where is he from? Okay. All of the honeymoon phase, the new car smell is in abundance until reality sets in, until that time passes and it goes on autopilot. It just floats into autopilot. She's no longer enthused. She's no longer excited. The butterflies go away. Whenever the butterflies go away, it is a wrap. and they know this. They know they want to feel that anxious, anxiety, nervousness moments before they get with their lover, because it speaks to his value. It speaks to his desirability for her, or of her desirability for him. It speaks to that. So be mindful that some women just want companionship. They do not want to get on your program. They don't want to do any more work. They're looking to kick back and get in the lazy boy. They want to get on cruise control. No, 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 no. See, you would have gotten that before you started mixing and mingling all of these different men, developing this checkered past, doing all of these things that you know you would not admit to unless you feel safe, or it's in a confidential space. That is a part of you. So the relationship, again, requires a lot of work, sacrifice, dedication. A lot of women have already given that. I said by the time you get to them, they have already given their best to the worst man in their opinion. The guy that they hate, that is who she gave her best or wanted to give her best to. The guy who still can trigger some type of emotion. She's already spent that money. So you know, they try to paint these narratives that men can and can't ask certain questions, but they can ask any and everything that they want to know. They can ask how much you make. They can ask, they can ask all of the questions. See, women think that they're in control, but reality is now showing them that you're not in control of relationships, only sex. That is the only thing that you control. You guys are just placeholders in a lot of these women's lives. You're not the one to them. You're just a placeholder for companionship. You're not leading. You're not providing any instruction, any provision. You're paying bills and giving a few thrills when she's in the mood. That's it. Now is the time to where, like I said, companionship is one thing. If you've, acquired everything that you want in life, depending on where you are, if you're a divorced man or whatever, you have children, you don't want to go the full route, okay, you may be looking for some companionship. Women, if you did the same, you may be looking for some companionship, but you don't get relationship benefits in a companionship. We're just doing something so we don't both have to do it alone. But if you want the relationship, that comes with rules and regulations. And if you go outside of those rules and regulations, the consequences should match the offense. It's just simple. Again, relationships come with rules. This is why a lot of women are opting out, because of the standards that are necessary. See, we know the trick bag now. See, women have all these outlandish and unrealistic standards because they know, one, they're not going to meet a man that pretty much has all of that. In most cases, they know this. So it justifies them remaining single. Two, they'll find everything wrong with it and say, oh, he's a narcissist. They find, for the good man that they come across, they'll find an excuse not to deal with him because they know they're not good enough. They know they won't really stand up to his standards once he gets to talking. They think these men are just going to show up as robots, and that it just doesn't work that way. But you guys let me know what you think. Relationships, companionships. Are you in a companionship or are you in a relationship? If you're not going anywhere, if you don't have any direction, you're just going through the motions, you're in a companionship. If you have direction, you have goals, you have discipline, you have activities and behaviors on both ends, then you're in a relationship because you're doing things that are going to take you places. But you guys let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.